Shock update as of 10 p.m. PST, August 1st. And we got one big show in town tonight. Hurricane Dora has just become a hurricane. It is forming an eye. Convective venting wrapping around the center. Microwave shows uh, a tiny eye developing 7 TEF is 3.5 and 4 respectively. SIMS ADT ranges from 64 to 65 knots given the improved satellite trend system structure and blend of the various satellite estimates. The intensity is rated to 65 knots. It is the fourth hurricane of the season. It's moving westward with a most at 270 by 14 knots. And guidance is in pretty good agreement. A large The large mid-level ridge north of the system is expected to build northwestward, which will steer Dora westward with a gradual turn to the west-southwest tomorrow through the end of the forecast period. Dora is rapidly intensifying this afternoon with an increase of 35 knots. Last 24 hours, regular wind shear remains low and sea surface temperatures are very warm for the next 36 hours, so rapid intensification is forecast to continue through that time, which is supported by most of the models. I mean, now we're going to look at the models. I mean, first we'll look at the track, which shows a west-southwest track. Keep it over warm water and low-level shear, which is in line with the models. Pretty good support. GFS enablers to get south of Y long term. I think this star will probably become very, very powerful. I mean, there is no reason to disbelieve these models here showing a Cat 3. I think I saw a Cat 3, even if Cat 4 cannot be ruled out right now for this storm. I'm going to forecast 125 knots in about 24 to 36 hours. I think this thing could absolutely explode into an absolute monster. I mean, as you can see, you have your comet shape. I mean, the classic 9 eye forming. The thing is definitely on its way. Yeah. Here's the GFS at 48 hours. We got our system could be forming off the coast of Mexico a little after this time frame. The NAC puts it at 60% in the next 7 days. So we could have 2 systems to watch. Let's go to 72 hours. Clearly it develops it at 72 hours of GFS. CMC doesn't really develop it much. E7F barely develops it. Icon. Barely. So GFS is pretty much alone in this, but there's no reason to doubt at least some development with this system. I think 30 to 40% is probably a good estimate for it as of right now. 96 hours. There's the situation. CMC doesn't develop it still. ECMWF develops a weak system. Icon develops a weak system. 96, 108, definitely a weak system on Icon. 120, GFS, definitely way more powerful. Right now, I'll say 30% for this for the development. But I could see a tropical storm. I mean, as for the Atlantic, I mean, what's left of 96 still has a pretty organized LSC, but very strong share. I don't expect it to develop. NEC is saying only 20%. There's 72 hours. We'll have to watch the low and the Cape Bridge on these tropical waves, as we're going to be watching very closely throughout this month. 96 hours pretty much dissipates it. 120 dissipates it. $192, nothing. I mean, literally, the next 2 weeks we could have nothing, like, I mean, outside maybe a tropical low in the MDR. There's 264. Well, boring, a couple weeks for like, yeah. Well, that's your tropical update.